Greetings and salutations, and this is TechRedot here, back with more Spyro the Dragon, and we are continuing on. Yeah, sorry, should have done that. That was uncalled for. This wasn't a singing moment, and I'm not even good singing that way, so it's whatever. It's whatever. Now, last video, I fell into another situation of putting off the song of the day into the very end of the video. And when I say last video, I'm not talking about the last part of Spyro. I'm talking about the last video that went up, which was part 7 of Ratchet & Clank Ripped Apart. And I really can't help it with that game. I really can't help it with that game, because I get too invested in what's going on. Ratchet & Clank Ripped Apart makes me do what I want to do with all my Let's Plays. And what I want to do is, like, keep most of the commentary focused on the game and go off topic less often than I do. And I feel like that's easy to do with Rift Apart. And that should be easy to do when I get to the Leon B videos of Resident Evil 2. But as much fun as I had playing Spyro the Dragon, watching it isn't as interesting as playing it for me. It really ain't. That's why I don't remember much of the game from when I first watched people Let's Play it. Let's Play the Reignited Trilogy a few years ago. I don't remember much of the game because I never felt like watching Let's Plays of it again. It looked like a fun game to play, don't get me wrong. And I know there's people out there who love watching people play Spyro, which even if there were or weren't, I have fun playing the game, so I recorded it. When I do Let's Plays, it's because I had fun with the game, or have fun with the game. Like, I don't, like, a lot of times when I first play a game for the first time for this channel, and it's during a time where I am able to actually, like, do Let's Plays, I'll record the first 30 or so minutes of it, and if I have fun in that 30 or so minutes, I turn it into a Let's Play. That's what happened. That's actually exactly what happened with Spyro the Dragon. Rift Apart was going to be a Let's Play regardless. It's going to be a Let's Play regardless, because I am a big Ratchet & Clank fan. And the 2016 game, I didn't want to play on my channel for 2 reasons. For one, the cutscenes are most of the cutscenes are blocked, and the Let's Play would have had like a lot of context cut out. The other reason is that outside of gameplay, the game kind of sucks. So I guess that the cutscenes being blocked was a good thing, because it gets rid of 90% of what's wrong with the game. But yeah. Yeah, we are fighting Blowhard, who I actually don't know what Blowhard means, but I know that's a word. That's not just the name of this thing. I know it's a reference to a word, because I've heard that word before. I just don't know what it means. Let's free Altair. Hello, Altair. Arterio. I'm sorry for butchering your name, buddy. It's probably Alter, but you know.
And neither do I.
This guy looks like more of this guy. This guy looks like a bird. He don't look like a dragon. He looks like a bird with horns. I mean, the horns are because he's a dragon. I get that, but like, he looks like a bird more than he does a dragon. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. He looks more like a bird than he does a dragon, and that's hilarious to me. It's just too hilarious. Now, this is the 3rd boss fight, but for some reason I skipped over the 2nd one. So we just skipped ahead right to this guy. Or not skipped ahead right to him. Like, we did the levels for this place before going to him, but you know what I mean. Okay, we gotta beat this guy. I mean, I get why he's called Blowhard, because he like has wind abilities or whatever. Like, I get that part, but like, I know that word means something else. I'm curious. Google, you need to help me out here. Where did I put my phone? Google, I need your help again. I already used your last video to confirm that where the Thugs for Less appeared before Rift Apart, because I forgot to do that in an earlier video. But now I need your help again. Now I need to know what blowhard means. Okay. A person who blusters and boasts in an unpleasant... Oh. So an arrogant person, basically. An arrogant person is what is basically an arrogant person who talks too much. That's what blowhard means. Or not talks too much, but like brags too much.
Would you like to go?
But yeah, we're gonna do the song on the flip side of the last video. We're gonna do the song of the day a little early, and today's song is Us by Crypt. I know I did a Crypt song before, but there's gonna be a few repeated artists, honestly, and I would have gotten to a point where I repeated like Crypt anyway, but you know, it's Us by Crypt. Whoa, did you forget about me on the low? Since you're the one that I've been with, whoa. I guess I thought that you would change. Got me lost in the summer rain. I was down and not enough. You were always down, I guess not for us. It's hard to move on and I know it's tough. But I'm better off without the you and us. Definitely recommend it. It's a good song. I actually was just listening to it before I started doing commentary for this video. I actually started a habit when I usually do 3 video commentaries at a time and put them like I edit the videos ahead of time outside of the commentary and the processing part. Aside from those 2 parts, I edit them ahead of time, and I add commentary, edit the commentary volume to where you can't hear background noise because my mic picks it up bad. So if my voice is ever low, like too low for you to hear, I'm sorry about that. That might just be your headphones, because listening to the videos after they've been posted up through my regular headphones and listening to them through my headset, it sounds perfectly fine. So it should be perfectly fine, but if it's not loud enough, let me know in the comments for anybody who actually has that problem. I know I don't get a lot of people watching these videos, so I'm probably not going to get a comment like that, but let me know in the comments if it's not loud enough for you, and I'll try to figure out something. This is actually my favorite area of the game, believe it or not. Or not this level, but this area, this general area. It's my favorite area of the game, and it's probably because it's the most different looking area of the game. And because 2 of the levels are really fun. Not the treetop level. That level is a pain because I had to go back and get more dragons later because of how the level's built. It's just a big pain to get through, but this level is fun. And there's another fun level here somewhere. And I actually love the boss here. I think the boss here is my favorite, but it's only because it's like the most, in my opinion, it's the most challenging and clever, or challenging boss. And the way I beat it is in a way that I actually think is clever game design. Where like he'll like throw stuff at you. You could actually have him throw stuff at the things. When I watched, I looked it up on YouTube after playing it and made sure I had played it right. And apparently you could charge them, but I feel like I didn't think about that. For some reason I didn't think about that. I tried to burn them with the flames. That didn't work. So then I saw he was throwing stuff and I was like, let's see if that would work, because that sounds like that sounds like clever platformer boss design. It really does. But that's the way I beat him. Spoiler alert. I don't think we fight him till next video, but that's the way I beat him. Let's free this fool. Cloud. Is it Cloud or Cloud?
The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
That guy, I know the dragons in this game, aside from Spyro himself and the 2 dragons that in the two dragons in the opening cutscene who appear in the level that is listed as the first level, but it's the third level I played. You save both of them in that level, but aside from those two dragons in Spyro, I know the rest of them literally only show up once. But that dragon actually has my favorite voice out of all of them. I don't know why, but he just has my favorite voice. He really does. Like, out of all the dragons, I think his is the most unique sounding. This area kind of has, like, southern sounding dragons of varying kinds. There's country sounding ones. There's, like, I don't know what word to use for it, but it's like, what that guy sounded like. There's like, I think there's another dragon or two that sounds like him. But it's not the accent he has. It's like the accent, like, paired with the voice he has that makes him, like, sound way different than every other dragon you save. And he's just got my favorite voice out of all of them, honestly. I'm not even gonna try to say your name, my guy. I'm not even gonna try to say it. Now, this guy's voice kind of reminds me of old Western accents more than Southern ones, but he still kind of fits that general sound, I guess. And this area being a swamp, it kind of makes sense that they would, like, do that. Because a lot of swampy areas, at least in the United States, tend to be in, like, southern-ish areas, like Louisiana. I know there's a swamp at the bottom of Georgia, too. Georgia's where I live, by the way, but I know there's a swamp, like, dividing Georgia and Florida, if I'm not mistaken. I'm nowhere near there. I'm, like, in the city, suburban areas of Georgia. Like, I'm in an area where, like, everywhere you go around me is basically suburbs and city. For a while. For, like, I think a couple cities. And then you go out of that, and then you can find a few country areas nearby, but you have to, like, drive for, like, 40, 50 minutes, I think. And when I say country areas, I'm not talking about, like, yeehaw! I'm talking about just areas where there's, like, a lot of, like, land that's empty. With, like, it looks like the area someone would use for a farm, you know? But it's not necessarily a farm, it's just a big plot of land with a house on it. I'm talking about those kind of areas. Like, you can get to those eventually if you, like, drive for, like, 40 minutes to an hour, maybe longer than that, I don't know. But the area I'm in is not really a backwards area. I'm in, like, a rather... I'm probably in an area that feels north compared to, like, the backwards areas of Georgia. And no, I don't really like the north more than the south, honestly speaking, especially because of things I've heard about it. I have a friend, Lou actually. I am gonna say this, Lou is one of my friends and one of the 4 elite. They're in the funny moments with Zav and my sister Cherry and myself. Zav and Lou, basically the dynamic of the 4 elites, me and Cherry are siblings. Sometimes I call Cherry Bandit because that's, like, been her main nickname for, like, a few years now. But she, like, more recently, like, 2 or 3 years ago, started going by Cherry, and it's just still a force of habit for me to call her Bandit. But basically, Zav and Lou are friends to both me and Bandit, or me and Cherry. They're friends to both me and Cherry, and then, like, they're friends with each other. So the group is mainly just friends. The only dynamic that's not really friends is me and Cherry. We're siblings. We're siblings that get along really well, to be honest, but we're siblings. We actually do get along really well, but it's partly because we're, Cherry is really mature. She may not act it, but, like, she's kind of mature when it comes to, like, arguing and stuff. She's not the type to, like, make you mad on purpose and stuff like that. Unless it's, like, a small joke that she knows won't really, like, make you too mad. Because I've had her play jokes like that on me before, but, like, they weren't ones that, like, I would be mad at her for days over. They're, like, small ones that, like, I'm angry for a second, you know? Because that's stuff siblings do anyway, but even, like, if you get along really well. But I get along really well with Cherry. But back to the topic. I get along well with all 3 of them, honestly. But back to the topic I was going on. Lou, lived in New York for a time, and then they lived in New York, and they also lived in Florida, I believe. And from the sounds of it, from like what they talked about, it sounded like New York wasn't a very pleasant place for them. Now, that's not to say everything they said about it was bad. There's like everywhere's got its like pros and cons. Everywhere does. Georgia has really bad heat. It really does. Or not heat. It's got really bad humidity. That is our, like, to me, that is the main con down here. Is we got really bad humidity. Like, really bad. Like, our temperature won't even be that high. It'll be like 70-something degrees and feel like it's like 108. Our humidity is like that bad half the year. And it's like, I just can't stand it. That's like the one thing I really hate about Georgia. Other than that, it's fine. I don't like love it, but it's like, it's home to me, you know, because I've been here pretty much my whole life. I've been to other states before for short periods, but like, I've lived here my whole life. I've never lived in another state. I just kind of stayed in another state for up to a week or two, you know. But yeah, it just seems like people up north aren't like as hospitable as in the South, which is funny because like the stereotype for the South is that like it's backwards people who are racist and stuff. But like I feel like I don't know a lot of racist people down here. I'm gonna be honest. Racism isn't a thing I really want to talk about in my videos because it's like I don't want to give any of my like really like I'm just gonna say it. I hate racist people. I really do. That's basically. I was gonna say I don't want to give my political views, but fuck it. I really hate racist people. I really do. I don't care what race it's towards. I don't care what race you're racist towards. To me, racism is like the single dumbest fucking thing ever. Because you're basically hating people for no reason. There's like no reason to hate people, like of a race. There's nothing you can say that's justified to hate an entire race. Nothing you can say that's justified to hate an entire race. Now, granted, you are justified to hate a certain portion of a certain race. You are justified to hate a portion of them who are like a certain way. But not everyone of a race is gonna be that exact same way. So in a sense, racism is like a form of something I'm really against, which is basically hating an entire group of people for the acts of a few, or the way a few behave. To me, that is what makes racism and any kind of prejudice towards groups of people in general just the dumbest shit ever. And the fact that shit still exists in 2022 is part of why I really feel like most of humanity is just fucking brain dead. If like the majority of humanity had any sense, racism and prejudice in general would not still be going on. If I'm being completely honest, if humanity had any fucking sense, generally, not just like the small portion of us who do, like myself, the other members of the 4 Elite, I know there are other people out there who have sense and know that it's like really dumb and pointless, or really hate it for another reason. Like, I get that. And you might say, well, is it hating racist people? Hating a group of people? No, it's not. Hating racist people is hating people who are racist. It's hating a fraction of a group of people. A fraction of several groups of people. So in a sense, it's actually not the same thing. I know somebody out there is probably be like, You're a hypocrite, you're hating a group of people by saying hating a group of people is bad. No. Hating a group of people is hating an entire fan base is something. Hating an entire race. Hating an entire sexuality, like everyone who is that sexuality. Hating an entire sex, like, you know, hate all males, hate all females. All that is what I'm talking about, because all that is unjustified hate. Because I'm going to tell you now, you can avoid the toxic side to a lot of those groups of people rather easily. You really can. I am in the Sonic fan base, and you know how I avoid the really bad, like, when you, and honestly speaking, the bad part of the Sonic fan base is actually really small, but they're so bad that they make the entire community look bad. And it got to a point where I actually stopped being a Sonic fan for a few years at one point. The time between the release of Sonic Forces and the release of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, I stopped being a Sonic fan between that. And what I actually came back because of Forces, even though the game ended up being like complete garbage. But yeah, I might make a video ranking where I place every Sonic game, or I might not. But for a quick preview of my thoughts, in case I do make a video, and I'm gonna say this just in case I don't as well, like that's why I'm saying it here. In my opinion, Sonic 1, meh. Sonic 2 and 3, good. Sonic CD, meh. Sonic Adventure, okay. Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes, great. Shadow the Hedgehog, okay. Sonic 06, bad. Sonic and the Black Knight, fantastic. Sonic Unleashed, fantastic. Sonic Rush Adventure, fantastic. Sonic Rush, okay. Sonic and the Secret Rings, bad. Sonic Colors, good. Sonic Generations, great. Never played Lost World, obviously, because that's only on 3DS and Wii U. Sonic Forces, trash. Sonic Mania, fantastic. And Team Sonic Racing, fantastic. But yeah, I am gonna, or no, I would put that great actually. But anyway, I'm gonna end off the video here. Bye. See ya. 82nd now.
Game over.